And when you start to do the hard stuff, that's when you're going to make progress. 99% of the people in this world look for easy way out. 99% of the people in this world try to find a slick way around stuff. In fact, even the people think that they're smart by doing that. But you're really not. You're really smart when you face things head on and you be honest. When you're an honest person and you make a decision that you're not going to lie anymore, that's a huge part of it. Do you know when I made that decision over a decade ago, I decided I'm not going to be a liar anymore. But I realized at that point in my life that I lied about all kinds of things. I used to lie about my life. I used to tell stories about where I come from in my life. Make up things, exaggerate things. If the number was 10,000, I'd make it bigger. I'd lie and say it was 15,000. I just lied about everything. If I needed to get something done, I'd get on the phone and lie to the company and tell them anything I needed to do to get them to do it. Because I was a liar. So I made a decision that I'm not going to be walking in lies anymore. I'm going to start being an honest person. I'm going to start telling the truth about all things. And that was a big part of my increase in my walk with God, is being honest about things and facing things head on instead of running from it, hiding from it, pretending it ain't there. That's what drugs do. They help you pretend the problems aren't there. A lot of people just want to cloud their minds so they don't have to think about what's really going on. So let me just get faded so I don't have to think about what's actually going on in my life right now, the problems that I have. But guess what? That stunts your growth because you're not able to progress when you can't think about what you need to do it. So that was a big problem that I had too. I was constantly clouding my mind, looking for ways to avoid facing the problems. The problems were still there. You can't run from it. You can't pretend it's not there. There's no way around it. You're either gonna fix it or it's still there. You gotta face it at some point. It's not fun sometimes. It's really not, but you can do it. You can face the stuff that's hard. You can look at it and be like, dang, this is gonna take a minute to fix, but I'm gonna do it. Everybody say, I'm gonna do it. That's right, you can do it, but you gotta take the steps that are necessary. And a lot of times, there's another step. Get used to it. I can't tell you how many times you're in a process of trying to work towards something and another step pops up. Wait, where'd this come from? I didn't agree to do this. I didn't know I had to do all this. Guess what? Don't run from it. Face it. I'm telling you, it'll happen when you're trying to increase your credit. You'll be trying to fix your credit. All of a sudden, they'll be like, dang, you got something else on there. Another step before you can get it right. You're going to have to face it. All the stuff. Hey, let me tell you something. You guys know about credit? Let me tell you something about credit. Credit means you're a good borrower. That's basically what it means. Good credit means you can borrow money and pay it back. That was one of the realizations I had to come to. I'm like, dang, because I thought credit was like some slick move. You could just like push a button or something. Like, dang, I just got to find that dude or that girl that can fix it and make me have good credit. How can they make you have good credit if you never borrowed nothing and paid it back legitimately? Think about it. It's a good example of the way that we think in our minds. How could you have good credit unless you borrowed something and paid it back legitimately? Wouldn't that be a lie? Even if there was a button somebody could push that would make your credit score go up. It doesn't work like that, by the way. You have to borrow things and pay them back legitimately. That's how you have good credit, a good track record. If you do that for 2 years, it'll give you a certain score. If you do it for 5 years, it'll give you a certain score. If you do it for 7 years, it'll give you an even better score. So my question to you is not just credit, but when are you going to start doing all the stuff right to have a good track record? Think about it. If you got to have 5 good years of history and you ain't started the first one yet, well, what are you waiting on? Why not kick into gear now and start doing the things that are necessary to have a good track record?